वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति दुःकृङ्करणे। श्लोका नंबर 17। कुरुते गंगा सागर गमनम व्रत परिपालनमथवा दानम ज्ञान विहीन सर्वमतेन भुक्तिं न भजति जन्मशतेन। Once more. कुरुते गंगा सागर गमनम व्रत परिपालनमथवा ज्ञानम ज्ञान विहीन सर्वमतेन मुक्तिं न भजति जन्मशतेन। भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते। As a householder, we are supposed to do certain rituals daily in our day-to-day life without any amendment, without any compromise. It's our duty to do certain Vedic acts in our daily life as a householder. Because we are supported by a society and all other living beings and certain things which are unknown. Gravitational force, light of sun, etc., etc. A lot of things we depend in our daily life for our survival. As a human being who is more conscious about the things which are helping in our day-to-day life, we also do certain prayers for their welfare and also seeking their graces and blessings in our life. And one of this Vedic ritual or a Vedic activity without any compromise to be done is very famous Pancha Maha Yajnaha. Fivefold activities which is to be done by a householder. 5 types of actions. It's told in the Vedas to be done by a householder. Rishi Yajnam, Deva Yajnam, Pitru Yajnam, Atiti Yajnam, Bhuta Yajnam. They are the 5 Vedic rituals or acts to be done by a householder. I will simply give you certain explanation regarding these 5 type of acts to be done in our life. First of all, Deva Yajnam, believing in the Lord and praying in front of the Lord for other living beings and also for to overcoming all my issues also. This is called Deva Yajnam. Then Pitru Yajnam, remembering our fathers and forefathers and all other generations who have passed away from this world. Because of them, I am here and I survive because of their karuna, their compassion, making me more nourished in this world and bringing me as a mature person to help others. So I should remember every year on that day when they have passed. We call in Hindu tradition Shraddha, Pinda, Tarpana, etc., etc. Certain rituals we do every year on their day of demise. This is called Pitri. Then the third is Rishi Yajnam. In our lineage, a lot of sages has written certain poetries and Prakarana Granthas like this, a treatise like that. One need to study to seek their blessings or tapping their grace by studying this type of books in their daily life. It is to be done without any compromise. And it attracts a lot of punya. It will help us to bring a lot of conducive situations in our day-to-day life. In fact, it is also a neutralizing action, which will neutralize all our activities, what we have done in our day-to-day life in the past. It will help the person to get the mind purified more and more in day-to-day life. So, we are doing a big yajna called Rishi Yajna, studying one grantha, studying a book written by a big sage who is been a famous personality in the lineage, Adi Shankara's Bhaja Govindam. And it will help one to neutralize their own misdeeds, whatever we have done in our day-to-day life. And also it will bring a lot of conducive situations to get a proper growth in the spirituality as well as in the material life in a proper way. So we are doing a ritual every week, 4:30 to 5:30, studying Bhaja Govindam. And other two yajnas to be done is Athiti Yajna, giving a proper attention for the guests who have come to your house. We believe every guest is a form of Lord, giving them all kinds of formalities in a proper way and giving them food and clothes, whatever it may be. Especially in India, there are a lot of sages who roam around all over the country without having any shelter or food, nothing. We already studied in the last slogan, Karatala Bhiksha. Even they don't have plate, they just keep their palms and in front of you and ask for bhiksha. So it is believed giving them proper attention will help the person to get more and more conducive situations in one's life. So treating the guest in a proper way is the fourth ritual. And the fifth ritual is Bhuta Yajnam, remembering all kinds of living beings in the world and help them, protect them, don't kill them. This is also a big tapas or yajna. As a householder, these five things yet to be done in our day-to-day life. I will explain you as a topic once we will come across that. For the time being, you just concentrate that we are doing a Rishi Yajna. A treatise is studied, written by a great saint in our parampara, in our tradition, Vedic tradition. It helps a lot to be clear in one's life, to get more maturity in dealing with the people and society. Mind get more and more calm and peace in day-to-day life by doing Rishi. Now we will come to the sloka. I just want to mention you, we are doing a yajna every week. We already studied in the 16th sloka and before that. There are people, in order to teach and help us in this world by giving this glorious knowledge in our life. There are fake and genuine people who live, genuine people live according to what they studied in their life. They know what Veda want to convey to you. They also live a simple life, only giving their daily life into the hands of Lord. They are not selfish. They are not self-centered. They are very compassionate to each and every living being. They are well versed in Shrutis. They are well versed in the norms of daily life. They are well versed how to conduct a life according to one's own personality. They can guide us. They can support us. They can give more and more clarity and vision about the goal and its way. All these things will be equipped by them if you meet a genuine person in your life. But it's very rare. Mahapurusha Samshrayatvam. According to Viveka Chudamani, Shankara says, indeed, it is very rare to meet a genuine personality in one's life without having a lot of special punya, good deeds you have done in your life that brings a situation like this to meet a genuine personality in your life. Most of them fall as a prey in the fake personalities. They will be making money. They are just wearing an orange clothes or any other clothes and the fake, bluffing the people and society in the name of spirituality. As our Puja Swamiji used to say, spiritual supermarket is available all over the world, you know. Wherever you go, a lot of fake personalities are there. And we fall as a prey because we don't have an idea what Veda says and what is our goal and what is the means to achieve the goal. Nothing, we don't have idea. We only know Muruga, Ganesha, Vishnu, some temples and some rituals, what the priests have told to me, some japa, what they have given to me. I don't have any idea about the goal and what is the pursuit to reach the goal. And we are totally insecure with our family situation. We are totally insecure with our economical condition. We are totally in a unsafety way in our day-to-day life due to ill health. Lot of things. They will take this all. They will take the advantages of all these situations once they know about us. It's very important. You reveal in a proper way to that guy who is sitting in a throne as a guru, and your health issue, your economical condition, what you think in your mind and everything. This fellow will address you or give you a solution to do certain puja, to do certain, everything is based on how much money. Very important, you know. These are all fake identities in our parampara. One who is clinched in money or any tradition, they are interested to have your money for any teaching. You don't go there, really speaking. If they charge you to study any traditional teaching, they are fake. They may be popular. Popular is not a criterion for a genuine thing. You don't go beyond popularity. Something which is very popular can also become fake in your life. So popularity or very famous is not a criterion to judge it is a genuine thing in your life. So any institution or any person, if they charge you to study this glorious tradition, it means that they are behind money. Then they will ask a question, how we will run this mission then without having money? Hey, who told you to run this mission? We don't want your mission. We don't want any ashram of you. If people want you as a genuine person to live in this world, they will provide you everything, whatever your need. It's their need. It's not your need. A genuine person will have this type of attitude. It's not my need to survive in this world. It's their need if they want the knowledge in their life, if they want some good values in this life, looking at me as a role model or studying something from me. Those who are eager, those who have some enthusiasm on me, those who have total shraddha on me, those who are having a respect towards my studies, let they provide you and let they make you help to make an ashram, to give a lot of things, and let them make you survive so that they will also get benefited. Like a tree yielding lot of fruits will be provided a lot of water by the householder. The owner will provide a lot of care for that tree. That's why the tree yield a lot of fruits. Similarly, a person who have studied really have an attitude not to go behind any money or popularity from the people. They don't put any posters, they don't put any advertisement, anything. Of course, in this contemporary world, we can use some medias and everything, what we are doing something good thing, but not out of money, not to make money. We can use the media, social media, everything. But don't use this glorious tradition or teaching for making money. This is something very important, because a lot of people fall as a prey for a lot of institutions which are very popular and famous. In the name of Lord, they may be making money by making this glorious teaching as another thing in the market. So these are all fake identities. I prefer always find out a genuine guru in your life. Always find out a proper traditional teacher in your life to receive the glorious knowledge, and also let them guide you in your daily life to resolve all the problems which are facing in the contemporary situation. And also, by their help, by their guidance, you may reach the pursuit of moksha also, the pursuit of knowledge. So a big question arises. Where I will find a proper traditional teacher in this world? How I will find this type of people? We already mentioned there is no external indication for a traditional teacher. You have to speak with the person for 5 or 10 minutes, or you have to listen some lectures of the traditional person so that you can identify the person. Then a big question like, okay, there is no external indication. I accept it, what Shankara says. Now, in the part of the listener, there is a big question arises. Where I can find the traditional teachers and how I can study this glorious knowledge, which is the torch bearer for all countries and all other culture. No other culture except dog as a god. No other culture except a cow as a god. No other culture except a tree as a god.
Dilipji, your voice is going soft.
Okay. I will come. 1 minute. Right now, is it okay? Can you listen me now? Is it okay, Minayaji?
Yes, yes. Now it's loud and clear.
Okay. So a big question arises in the part of the listener. What is the question? Where I can identify the traditional teacher, where I can see these traditional teachers all around the world who are equipped with all kinds of values and norms and proper attitude towards the people, everything. From them only we can study the culture, Vedic culture, which is the torch bearer for all the countries and the culture in all over the world. Why? This culture see everything as God, which is the higher status anyone can give to this world. If you see something as God, you will have a total respect to that thing or the person. That is the truth and that is the vision of this glorious culture. And this culture is a torch bearer for all other culture because of its vision towards the entire world. We give an eternal status for all the living beings. We give a status which is commanding the respect as long as you meet them, you live along with them, you interact with them. They are seen as Lord in your life. This is the vision of our culture. And they will teach you in a systematic way how to get this culture in your life. How to respect the world, how to achieve your goal, how to live a proper life in this dramatic world. Everything they will teach you in your life. You will be blessed each and every second as long as you have a contact with them. And all these things I accept. The point is where I can meet this type of people in my life and where is there any proper place to see them. This is the question which a listener may ask. So keeping this question in the mind, Lord Shankara presents this shloka which is right now under discussion. Kurude Ganga Sagara Gamanam. Ganges. Ganga means Ganges. A famous river which originates from Himalayas and travel almost 2,800 kilometers across the India and reach in the ocean in the western side of Bengal, eastern side of Bengal. Big river. In fact, that river is a source of all kinds of life for the country. But the banks of this river, wherever it reaches, it is equipped with lots of traditional teachers. You may meet genuine teachers also, fake teachers also, but how I can understand genuine teacher, we already mentioned. Interacting with them for 1 day or 2 days or talking with them, you will know if you are familiar with the traditional teachings. But where I will get proper traditional teaching in my life? This question is answered through a first line. May one take their life in a proper time in the life itself, not at the last time when somebody has to support their survival. You cannot go to Ganges. When your senses are okay, when your body condition is okay, when you can listen properly, your eyes are okay, your ears are okay, then you go to Ganges. Banks of Ganges are filled with the traditional teachers. There you will meet lots and lots of people. Among them, you may find genuine people who can teach you this glorious tradition in a systematic way. This is the purpose of the first line. If you go to the banks of Ganges, if you go to have a dip in the Ganges, mostly people have a belief that if you take a dip in the Ganges, all your misdeeds have vanished in one dip because of the glory of that river. It has the capacity, a mysterious capacity, to neutralize all kinds of misactions what we have done in our day-to-day life, knowingly or unknowingly. This is a mysterious power of the Ganges. So people used to go to visit Ganges in Varanasi, in Calcutta, in Lucknow, in Rishikesh, in Haridwar, lots and lots of famous places where you can have a dip in the Ganges. In fact, I will tell you in some practical facts. In one dip, you have given up all your actions neutralized. If you can neutralize all your actions in one dip, the fishes and frogs who are living in the Ganges are the first people to get emancipated, liberated, not we. Because they don't take dip, they are already inside the water. It's a belief. It's a belief that you pray to that Mother Ganges and have a dip. Really speaking, more than dip, there is something to meet more than our eyes. What is that? There are traditional teachers who are living in these banks of this glorious river. This is the prime concern of a person when you go to Ganges. You have to meet somebody who can give some insight regarding this glorious culture and its tradition. Suppose if you have enough time, stay with them, study with them, make your mind more and more equipped with these glorious teachings. They will teach you systematically, traditionally, from the Vedas and Vedantas. This is the only pramanam they are having. What Vedas says, what Vedanta says, how to deal the world according to Vedas, how to behave to the people according to Vedas, how one has to live, whether they are isolated or whether they are living among the mass, how to live a life. All these types of instructions will be given by these type of people who are living in a hermitage or a small named kutia made of woods and grass and hay, and they live a simple life. Sharing this tradition, whomever come to them, without having any expectation, they give this glorious tradition as long as they live in this world. And Yadricha Labha Santushtaha, one of the famous indication, accidentally, incidentally, what will come to them, they will enjoy or they will eat. They don't have any demand in their life, really speaking. They live a life according to the Vedic tradition and being a model for others and also teach them. When you have a model right in front of you, it is very easy to study anything in this world. They becoming a role model for the people and the world how to live a Vedic tradition. There are people who have given up everything in the world, big jobs, big company, big careers, big house, big farmhouses, everything they give up for receiving this glorious knowledge, and they walked away. from all the parts of society, and they reached the Ganges and they settled there after receiving this knowledge. Yam labdhva param labham manyate natikam tada. There is nothing greater more than this in this world. They will understand from their traditional teacher. And they used to stick with this vision in the banks of Ganges. Why they stick in the banks of Ganges? Big thing is that banks of Ganges provide certain fruits and water for their daily life. Nowadays, it is also becoming more and more developed. If you go to banks of Ganges, you will get 5-star accommodation in rooms and everything in the ashrams and everything. It's okay. These changes are accepted according to the contemporary situation. But once upon a time, the rishis, the sages, the traditional teachers used to stay in small hermitages. And they live a simple life. And they teach us daily this Vedic tradition. Thus, they maintain, they retain this glorious tradition, delivering to the blessed souls who are right in front of them. And they study thoroughly and they live a life according to what they have studied. No other science will make you to live a life according to what you have studied. Suppose you are studying ornithology regarding birds and their life and their lifestyle, you cannot become a bird according to your studies. You study ornithology and you live a life. Suppose you study about a frog or herpetology regarding snakes. You cannot become a life regarding snakes. You live a life in the society and you study herpetology and you study ornithology. You live according to what you like. You go to bar, you go to bar, you love to sing, you love to dance, you will have a puff. Everything is allowed because that studies don't need a lifestyle according to what you have studied. But this study, this particular study, make the person stand erect and live a life what they have received. Because the fact what they receive in their life from the traditional teacher make a big change in their life. And they live a life according to their study what they have received from their traditional teachers. So you have a role model in front of you. Not only the teacher is only a teacher, he is also a role model how to deal with the situation. Because one of my Guruji always says, life is dynamic. It throws different types of situations. You cannot expect this thing will happen in this time. It can throw any type of situation which are not familiar in your life, which are very strange in your life. But you have a capacity to take a decision because the traditional teacher given the glorious knowledge, an overall vision regarding the creation and the base of the creation, where it is centered, the locus. Once you know about these things in your life, it's very easy in which standpoint you have to stay in a situation. It's very important, I don't go with the majority. I don't want to satisfy anybody by taking a fake decision in my life. I don't want to protect my selfish notions by taking a unhealthy decision in my life. I want to stick with the truth, what they have teach me in the life. And my decisions will be based upon the truth, what they have taught me. So it's very important to have a role model in front of you when you study certain things in your life. Some teachers are like that. They are not Hippocratics. They will not show any Hippocratic character. They are not Hippocrates. You see them, what they teach. Wherever in the college, university or anywhere, some teachers teach with their heart without expecting anything from you. And your absence will not make them distant. Your presence will not make them distant. They teach completely, thoroughly when somebody is there in front of them to study their glorious teaching. Similarly, if you want to study non-attachment towards the world, you need to live along with them. If you want to study compassion, you have to live with them, how they live a life of compassion. Of course, sadhus used to cook their own way. Sometimes it will not be tasty. So you study a big lesson. Not every day will become birthday for you. Sometimes it will be a ordinary day with ordinary food, with ordinary lifestyle. Because life didn't give any kinds of sorrow or pain in your life, so that you don't know the pain and suffering of the people around you. Once you go there, you will meet certain people who are coming to a traditional teacher who are suffering from pain and sorrow in their day-to-day life, and they want to talk with this sadhu and want to take some remedies from him through his words. You meet them. This makes a lot of impact on you, because you born with a silver spoon and you go to the sadhu just has an enthusiasm. What kind of teaching is this? People used to go to Rishikesh and Haridwar and Varanasi and Ujjain. What this traditional teacher is teaching, I want to know. And I stay for 1 week what he is doing. Suppose you are a real observer, you will find lot of people are coming and taking remedies and solution, and you get grasped by their lifestyle and everything. I am so blessed in this world without having any diseases, pain or suffering. See how many people are there around me. This lesson will make you not to shake in the small pain and sorrows which are coming in your daily life, because you have certain things right in front of you. I saw somebody who is coming to my Guruji seeking some solution for the problem. I have only small problems. I am blessed. But my Guruji has to handle different types of people with different types of serious issues, mentally, physically, situational wise. Very different challenges he used to embark in his life. And if we are there, we are blessed. How he deal a situation, how we have to tackle one situation, how we can help by some words, how I can help somebody who are suffering from pain and sorrows in their daily life, which is very important, because most of the people are not interested in traditional teachings. Most of them are interested to solve their issues. And they come not for studies. And Guruji accept them even for 1 day or 2 days. My traditional teacher accommodates them. He accommodates everybody, from the ant to elephant, from the bigger shot of the society to the lower, poorer, inferior personalities. He accepts everybody in one same manner, in one single position in front of him. These are all bigger things in my life. How to deal with each and every personalities in my life. How to deal with sorrows. How to deal with the pain of the person. How I can help them. All these things you have a model when you go to this type of people. They are situated in the banks of the rivers in India. They say not only in Ganges, in Narmada, in Godavari, in Krishna Nadi, everywhere in the banks of these rivers, particular rivers, Yamuna, you may see genuine people, and they will lead you to the right direction, which is going to say in the next lines. The intention of the line is very clear. When you go to the Ganges for a dip, at least having this idea, you may come across traditional teachers who are living in the banks of Ganges, who are teaching this glorious tradition without expecting anything in their life. Through that, I will also get benefited. How they sustain this tradition by delivering this knowledge to another tradition, to the next generation. How they handle the situations. How we can live an ahimsa life without harming others. How we can live a life in the midst of all activities being silent. All these things we will study practically as long as when we are studying our books, traditional teachings from the traditional teacher. So remember that wherever Shankara mentions Ganga Nadi or any Nadi, it's not only for dip. You have to meet a proper traditional teacher in the banks of Ganges. Of course, we started this Bhaja Govindam from the banks of Ganges. I think you everybody remember that. So, going to the banks of Ganges, a person, if you are blessed more, you may get the blessings of the traditional teacher. And according to the life and your time, you can stay with them and study along with them. Because traditional teaching and traditional study, you have to be there 24/7. Maybe we will be busy with our dealings in our career and household activities. At least 1 week I can stay every year. At least 1 month I can spend my time with the traditional teacher. And after seeing him giving all kinds of frustrations and respect, and stay with him and take food along with him, and you return back to your own samsaric life, keeping this vision in your life, giving whatever things you can give to that traditional guru. These people will not ask you really, because they are not interested in these things. You cannot buy them. But it is your duty, it's your pleasure to make them survive with clothes, money, food, whatever you can give. That's why when you go to Ganges, you do certain things which is going to say in these lines. So the intention of the first line is clear. One should meet genuine people, the traditional person in the banks of Ganges, visiting there. Not only Ganges, I say, apart from this Ganges river, there are other rivers also. And in these rivers, in these places also, you may come across certain traditional teachers who are genuine, who will help you, who will guide you. This is the intention of the first line. Then, Kurude Ganga Sagara Gamanam. May one go to the banks of Ganges or go to Ganga Sagara Gamanam, where the Ganges meets the ocean. I prefer, apart from this Ganges meets the ocean, go to the banks of Ganges. There, lot of cities are there where traditional teaching is the main concern for them. and may one study the traditional teachings. In the second chapter, 41 sloga in Bhagavad Gita, it says, very little even help to solve the biggest solution in your life. Very little receiving from them. Even 1 or 2 days will make a big impact in your life. A lot of changes will bring these teachings, Apichetsu Durajara in the 4th chapter also, even an inferior person who have done a lot of sin and papas, Chipram, Bhavati Dharmatma, immediately after coming under them, Chipram, immediately they will become a noble person with their heart. It's all there. How this magic will work. One need to go and see these traditional people. Nowadays, sadhus also will have TV, mobile phone, reinforced concrete buildings, some vehicles, everything. But don't see all these things. They are not interested in all these things. When the terrorists and the anti-social elements can keep all these properties in this world, why a noble person cannot keep all these things in the life? These things are meant for noble people, correct? Not for the terrorist and anti-social elements. A good car is meant for a good person. A good cloth is meant for a good person. Anything good is meant for a good heart, noble heart. So, if a noble person keep a good car, if a noble person keep a good house or a good ashram, if a noble person wear a good mala, if a noble person wear a good dress, you need not worry. It's not meant for anti-element people or anti-national people or terrorists or anybody. All these good things are meant for them, the noble people in the world. And they are not interested to keep them all the time. Because this world is like this, now we have to go through technology, so they keep. You will see all the sadhus are having mobile. All the sadhus are having car. Somebody contributes. Everything, it's very, 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 very important. They are not interested in all these things, really speaking. You cannot buy them. They stick with the traditional teachings, but they will also keep all these things to propagate this glorious knowledge wherever they can do. They travel all around the world. They conduct lots and lots of seminars and meetings and everything regarding this glorious dharma and its message. So they need some money, they need some truck, vehicle, they need some mobile, everything according to this contemporary world they may keep. What I want to say you, right now most of the sadhus are not living in hermitage or small huts. I want to say you, when you go to Ganges with this idea, you may never see some huts and everything. It's all far away, So all the sadhus are living according to this contemporary world. Nothing wrong on that. Anything good is meant for noble heart, not for the anti-social people. Next line, Vrata Paripalanam Athava Dhanam. When you live in the banks of Ganges, may you take a life of different sadhanas. Vrata Paripalanam. Just convert into a sadhanavan purusha. May one live a life of sadhanas. Different types of sadhanas. Sadhanas means those activities which can bring lots and lots of purity for the mind, which can help you to receive this glorious knowledge properly. Any sadhana will wash away all kinds of impurities. Sadhanas can be three planes in 3 different places. Oral plane, chanting mantras. physical plane, doing some good karmas for others and for the society and for other living beings. Mental plane, getting identified with the one and only Lord and sitting in one place. All these three things are one and the same status. Nothing will go down and above. If you are identified with the Parabrahman, you are in Nirguna Upasana. You identified with the Lord Muruga in the temple, it's a Saguna Brahma Upasana. If you are identified with the people, society and living beings, that also you are identified with the Lord in the form of creation. Lot of sadhanas are there, prescribed in the Vedas and Vedic tradition. One can be taken into any kind of sadhanas. Somebody have money, they can give to the right person. You know, patram eva dane manam. Patram means you should know the person's situation. Then you donate. If the person is going to do for the right thing, is a traditional person. So you cannot donate to a slaughterhouse to make a slaughterhouse. You cannot donate money for a criminal. Even though you have done donation and you will be satisfied while leaving home, that person is going to drink or making some illegal business in their life. What is the point of donation? Whenever you donate something, you should have an idea, background regarding the personality. I prefer always traditional teachers and the people who are in this pursuit are deserved for any kind of food, shelter, clothing, etc., etc. And wherever dogs are there, wherever birds are there, you buy 1 or 2 kilo grains and put for them. No, you don't care about others. If a dog is waiting for some food, stop your vehicle, help them. If an animal is suffering from certain things, whatever you can do, these are all ahimsa's feathers, different types of ahimsas. All these types of things are prescribed by Vedas. Uttering only truth in your life is a big sadhana. Keeping silence daily, 2-3 hours in your life is a big sadhana. Making others always give some positive energy in your life is a big sadhana. Whoever met you, they should go back with a positive energy with you, because you radiate happiness and positive energy in your life. When you are always complaining yourself, whoever come near to you, they don't come next time. There are people in our life, always they have complaints according to their situation and everything. Next time, nobody will come to them, go to them. Everybody have issues regarding business, household conditions, everything. But you radiate happiness, whoever come near to you. Big sadhana. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayade mahado bhayat. Even a very little act on this will help a big, will attract big benefits in your life. It's very important. And also, the attitude when you do, everything is Lord, and I am helping the Lord. That is the main attitude, whatever you do. So anybody can take into different types of Vedic sadhanas. Vrata paripalanam. When you are in the spiritual pursuit, very important things, eating, not non-vegan things. Because meat is a product of utter cruelty, we know that. Any piece of meat, any piece of fish, even eggs, they put injection for the hen to put daily eggs, and at last, the hen will die with the last egg, vomiting some blood through behind and front. Anything. Egg is not also vegan. Don't think that cake and everything is vegan and green. You don't go behind all these things. Be aware of the situation. This is a big value. Why lot of slaughterhouses are there around the world? There are people around there to eat a lot. So slaughterhouses are there. So it's a very big thing. If you didn't change even now, try to keep one step forward tomorrow onwards. It's a big sadhana, big sadhana. Having some awareness in the food what we eat in our daily life. உணவே மருந்து, உணவே மருத்துவம். Food is, of course, the medicine. For the disease, only the medicines are. But for your health and happiness, food is the only source. So take it as a big sadhana in your food, daily food. Keep all other things. Maybe you will be living among the midst of people who are eating all these things. You need not to change others. I am talking to the good people in the society, to the noble hearts in the society. They have came here to listen what Veda says. Ahimsam na kuryat. Veda says. Kalancham na bakshayed. Don't eat meat. Don't hurt anybody. Your country may be promoting all these things. Even India promotes now eating egg and etc. by keeping bigger giants to advertise for the egg industry and everything. But we have pramana as Vedas. These giants are not pramanas for us. Veda, what Veda says, that we can believe because Veda concerned about our welfare, not others. They keep a small words in the mini screen, advertisement. They are not giving a lecture because of their heart. They have collected big amount of money from the industry, farming industry, and they produce the lecture as though these things are good for your health. Even a doctor is unaware of meat and everything are made of cruelty, which will reflect the character that ways. You know, they know some nutrition and anatomy, that's all. They are not having any aware about the subtle elements of the food, which Chandogya Upanishad give a lots and lots of explanation regarding that. So what I want to tell, whenever you are in the spiritual pursuit or when you go to visit a traditional teacher in the banks of any rivers in India, of course, there you will try to follow certain vows, certain sadhanas. What is meant by sadhanas in Sanskrit? I may say directly prerequisites to receive this glorious knowledge. All kinds of noble activities which are prescribed in the Vedas. They will give a guru, a traditional teacher will give which type of activity you have to do in your daily life. Sometimes fire ritual, sometimes cooking for others, sometimes serving for others, sometimes chanting mantra, sometimes doing some seva for your teacher itself. Any kind of activity is meant to purify the mind. Chitasya shuddhaye karma natu bhaktulabdhaye. Bhaktulabdhir vicharena natu karma kodibhi. Viveka Chudamani says, only for the purification of mind, karmas are meant in the Vedas. Not getting the real truth in your life. Karmas doesn't have a connection with the truth.
I think Dilip ji is having some problem with his internet, and it's already past 8 because I've got another class. We'll wait and see. Then I will inform Dilip ji. Okay?
Okay,
We'll
Mataji.
continue with next week. 8:30 is the other class, so I need to. There he has come. Dilip ji, you're there? Okay, I think we will end the class. You know? Dilip ji. Okay. We'll end the class, no? Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Maheshaah Gobrahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Lokas Samastas Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yamsho Barahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaः Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaः Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkhavag Bhavet Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sarvam Brahmarpanam Astu. Hari Om. Next week we'll continue here. Okay. See you then. Hari Om.
Hari Om.